Welcome back, my dear YouTubers, to another Rav4 channel. In this episode I would like to show you and talk about how to improve your gas mileage. Very simple step that you can do, and this maintenance is very overlooked by a lot of people. As you see, this is my Rav4, and I'm gonna replace the air filter, and also we're gonna clean mass airflow sensor. Now, same thing I'm gonna do on my wife's vehicle. We're gonna improve the mileage, we're gonna clean the filter, change the filter and clean the mass airflow sensor. But first I wanna take care of my vehicle, my Rav4. And so if you notice you have sluggish performance, if you notice a little bit worse gas mileage, first thing you gotta do, check your air filter, replace it, and also you might as well clean the mass airflow sensor. So on this Toyota Rav4, it's 2019, it applies up to 2024. This is a 4-cylinder non-hybrid. This is where our air filter is located. This is the box here, and here this is our mass airflow sensor. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove these clips and I'm gonna disconnect this connector. So let's unclip this here, and now all I have to do, actually, let's remove this one. It's much easier to remove the filter. So just pull this tab up and slide this out. And here, you just push on this connector and wiggle carefully. So you press on this little tab and just kind of wiggle this connector out. Make sure you don't break it. And now we have this Phillips head screwdriver, only these 2 screws. We're gonna remove this. But before that, before I remove the mass airflow sensor, let's lift this box. And you see in the back there are these like horns, like little ears, or so there you go. And you see how nice it is when you remove this harness, you can easily lift this box up, put it to the side. Here's our air filter. We're just gonna remove it. Pull this thing out, and I can tell you it's dirty. You see all this? It's not terrible, but it is dirty. We're gonna put a new one. Here's our new air filter. Now, I do not want to advertise any brand, any companies, but you can buy these at any auto store. Just tell them the make and model, and you will get the right part. And here's our new air filter. Nice. And this is our old. So when you compare them, you see all this dirt. This is how it should look. Also, before you install the filter, look inside. Maybe there's some debris, you want to vacuum it. But this one looks clean. And the way to install it, this part right here, pointing downwards, you just slide it in and it's going to sit in a nice groove. So with one hand, you just lift this box and slide the filter in. So as you see, you drop it in. So yeah, just drop this filter into place, and you see how it's nicely sitting in. Perfect. Now we're gonna close this box. Make sure these prongs, these plastic prongs right here, they align with these holes right here. Very easy. Like this. Like this. And now we can put the clips on, and the filter is replaced. And now we're gonna remove the mass airflow sensor. There's a screw. Be careful, don't lose the screws, don't break the mass airflow sensor. You remove these screws carefully. Now carefully remove the mass airflow, pull it up. Don't touch it with your fingers. Here's our mass airflow sensor. And there's an arrow that shows you which way the air flows, this way. Now to clean this mass airflow sensor, make sure you only buy this kind of bottle. It says mass airflow sensor cleaner. Just shake it and just spray it like this. Turn it the other way. And that's it. Let it dry. Do not use any other cleaners. Make sure it says mass airflow sensor cleaner. Do not use any W40s or any idea that comes to your mind. Don't use it. Make sure you have this kind of bottle. It says mass airflow sensor cleaner. And don't touch this with your fingers. Let it dry for like 30 seconds or so and you can reinstall. So now the sensor is all dry, and when you're reinstalling, make sure this arrow pointing towards the engine. Be very careful. Slide it in. There you go. And apply those 2 screws. Don't over tighten, because this is plastic. So now we double check the filter sitting there properly. All these clips are in tight, and the box is inside the little area here, like sitting inside here. Now we're gonna reconnect our connector. Click, connect this, and we're done. So this is how easy it is to change the air filter, the engine air filter, and clean the mass airflow sensor. You should have more improved mileage. You feel like your car is breathing better. It's a maintenance that some people forget, and a lot of people don't do this mass airflow sensor cleaner at all. So this is something you can do yourself. And we're gonna do the same thing on this car. So the engine is running very nice and smooth. There's no check engine code or anything. And if you notice in your vehicle, like the RPM, this little arrow, if it's jumping, the car is like struggling, you know, you feel like it's not as fuel efficient, you feel like your vehicle is like almost like choking. Filter, it will change it. Like once you change the filter, clean the mass airflow sensor, everything will be fine. So we had 55,489 miles. And this car is great. Now we're gonna go to the Venza. Now on this car, on this Toyota, this is our air box. I would need to remove this screw here, 10mm, and one down there, and also here is our mass airflow sensor on the top. So lift this up and just remove this filter out of there. There you go. Now this is dirty filter. It wasn't changed in a while, and we had some sluggish performance, and we had a little bit consuming more gas per gallon. We got a new part, and we're just gonna reinstall it. This is the new filter that's gonna go into place. And the way I install it, you see this groove right here. It's supposed to be facing down like this. Check for debris, which is nothing in there. And just slide the filter in. As you see, it's sitting there nicely. All we gotta do, just align this clear it on both sides. Now this side is sitting in very nicely, and align these bolts and start securing them. Toyota makes it very easy to replace these. It's much harder on a BMW or Mercedes or a V8, for example. Just secure this bolt, same thing on this side. So our filter is installed correctly. It's very easy to do it on this Toyotas, sitting nice and proper. But now we're just gonna remove these screws for the mass airflow sensor. I never did this on this car since we bought it brand new. The only thing I did, I just replaced these filters. Carefully remove this filter, mass airflow sensor. Okay, don't touch it with your fingers. This one looks a little bit different, but there's our part that needs to be cleaned. We're just gonna spray it and reinstall it. So I'm just gonna spray it. Turn it on the other side. See, this is original Denso Toyota mass airflow sensor. We clean it. I'm just gonna wait for like a minute to dry and reinstall. Just want to show you. So here we have this metal piece, and inside here. So make sure you spray on there too. Let's reinstall it. Just push it in. There's a little gasket here. And put the screws back in and apply the connector. Click it, and we're done. The new filter and mass airflow sensor is clean. Just gonna start the car, and we're done. As you see, the RPM is not surging. The engine works perfect. No check engine lights, nothing. This vehicle has 63,000 miles. The biggest concern was the mileage. And after I replaced the air sensor and cleaned this mass airflow sensor, mileage improved. Definitely works better. This is from Rav4. This is from Venza. So thank you for watching Nazareto's channel. I hope this video was helpful to you. And now you know how to improve your gas mileage, how to make your car run better, more efficient. So don't forget the service. Replace it maybe around 12,000 miles or so. Make sure you check your filters. Thank you. See you in the next video.